The Ethnos equation, purposeful relationships. Effective, influential leadership transcends a leader's authority and position. This type of leadership will also include the cultivation of purposeful relationships that are grounded in value, trust, and respect. It requires a balancing of our positions of leadership with the people that we lead. The first component of the Ethnos equation, purposeful relationships, and its foundational elements of value, trust, and respect serve as a guiding framework for leaders to mentor those that they lead. This is in partnership with the Big Four of the Big Red One. The Big Four philosophy of leadership of Major General Monty Roan is a pinnacle of leadership that inspires excellence at every level. Embracing and practicing the Big Four in the Big Red One assists and further solidifies care for soldiers, their families, and the combat readiness of the division. The Ethnos equation of purposeful relationships and the Big Four's focus on character development undergirds Arthur Friedman's position on the importance of character development. Friedman states that people of genius are admired, people of wealth are envied, people of power are feared, but only people of character are trusted. What this further means is, if there is no trust established by a person's character, there can be no authentic leadership. Throughout our daily leadership responsibilities, it is essential that we understand the importance of balancing our positions of leadership with the people that we lead. Developing purposeful relationships with our teams that are valued, trusted, and respected will consistently assist with unit readiness. This readiness is further experienced and expressed by the acronym CARE. The C means credible and consistent in one's character. The A is being altruistic. Everything that I do as a leader is for the sake of those that I have the privilege to lead. The R is being reliable and resilient. Whatever hardship a member of my team experiences, we will get through it together. And the E stands for being an ethical standard bearer. Not from a standpoint of arrogance or pretentiousness, but from the standpoint of always choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. As a means of reinforcing and developing the character of a leader, there are 4 chapters in the book, The Leader's Character, that assists leaders with this process. Character and virtue, the foundation of authentic leadership, ideal models of leadership, proven principles of character development, and the other side of failure. By allotting the time to focus on character reinforcement and development, the Army further strengthens a cadre of leaders who embody the virtues necessary to solve complex problems and to uphold the Army values and the Army ethic. This further concretizes the readiness and combat effectiveness of our Army by practicing the preceding. Purposeful relationships may be defined as a strong bond between individuals that is rooted in mutual respect, unwavering trust, and a shared commitment to both personal and mission-driven accomplishment. These relationships that are valued, trusted, and respected are intended to develop well-rounded and effective influential leaders to reinforce and strengthen the ability to navigate the challenges of life and leadership. This mindset further assists leaders at every level to mitigate the mystery and tragedy of human behavior, conduct, and actions. Real-world examples of the mystery and tragedy of human behavior, conduct, and actions include the suicide of Major General John Rossi in July 2016, the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol January 2021, the murder of Specialist Vanessa Guillen at Fort Hood, Texas, April 2020. These are all examples of mysteries to us, because we do not know what people are thinking in the final moments of any tragic event of human behavior, conduct, or action. The Department of the Army's Family Advocacy Program reported in 2022 there were 15,479 reports of domestic abuse. The Department of Defense estimates that in the year 2023, there were 73,695 cases of sexual assault that were reported. The preceding examples provide leaders with understanding that we have problems that cannot be ignored. A portion of General Colin Powell's leadership philosophy declares that leadership is about solving problems. The day soldiers stop bringing you their problems is the day you stopped leading them. They have either lost the confidence that you can help them or have determined that you don't care. Either case is a failure of leadership. By embracing and practicing the Ethnos equation of purposeful relationships as a transformational leadership model, leaders can foster an environment that nurtures growth and development, thereby enhancing both individual potential and unit cohesion, while mitigating the complexities and challenges of life and military service that are associated with human behavior, conduct, and actions. When leaders establish purposeful relationships, soldiers are more inclined to seek guidance and support in life and leadership, which may possibly help to mitigate the mystery and tragedy of human behavior, conduct, and actions. Simply because purposeful relationships have the potential to open a door or create a pathway to what a person or soldier may be thinking. Purposeful relationships serve as a path to effectively mentor soldiers by first establishing working relationships perceived as valuable by team members. This further creates opportunities for leaders to intentionally engage with their subordinates, affirming the value of their contributions and insights provided to the team and successful accomplishment of the assigned task or mission. Valued, purposeful relationships also serve as a buffer against misunderstandings and misinterpretations, mitigating the mystery that sometimes surrounds an individual's motivations and actions. In purposeful relationships, trust is a vital component and is indispensable for successful, influential leadership and mentorship. Albert Einstein once stated, "Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted in important affairs." If those that we lead do not trust us as leaders, the organization will eventually feel and see the results of the lack of trust, because trust is what builds a leader's and organization's credibility. For soldiers to open up and accept guidance, they must believe in their leader's character, integrity, and commitment to their welfare. Leaders can cultivate trust by embodying transparency, reliability, and credibility in their actions and decisions, creating a reputation that is indisputable. Leading by example and demonstrating ethical behavior allows leaders to establish a secure, safe environment where soldiers feel comfortable expressing their concerns honestly and openly. This trust potentially reduces anxiety regarding human behavior and motivations. From this vantage point, team members know they can count on the reality of serving with confidence because of the establishment of purposeful relationships that are valued, trusted, and respected among every member of the team, thereby creating a bond and connection with their leaders that accentuates unit oneness. Respect is the final sub-element of purposeful relationships and significantly contributes to effective mentoring relationships. Leaders earn respect through consistency, competence, empathy, and fairness. High standards combined with dignified treatment of all team members create a culture where respect flourishes. Encouraging feedback and valuing diverse perspectives further enhances respect within the team. Leaders who actively solicit input, contribute to an inclusive environment, and empowers soldiers to take ownership of their own development and actions. Mutual respect with the leader and those that they lead also alleviates potential conflicts arising from miscommunication or a perceived disrespect of one's viewpoint, paving the way for more effective collaboration. Strategies for establishing purposeful relationships include the following recommendations. 1. Promote emotional resilience. Encourage the development of emotional resilience within the team. Effective leaders help soldiers to build self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and strong interpersonal skills. 2. Conduct crucial conversations. Create an environment where tough discussions can take place openly. Leaders should demonstrate vulnerability by sharing their own challenges and inviting others to do the same. No one is perfect. An example may include organizing after-action reviews where team members can voice concerns and lessons learned in a structured, safe, and secure, respectful atmosphere. 3. Build credibility through transparency. Transparency reinforces trust and minimizes speculation, which further builds credibility. An example may include ensuring that regular updates are provided during formations about changes, challenges, and successes within the unit. Information is a powerful ally that undergirds credibility. 4. Foster accountability. Cultivate a culture where all personnel are responsible for their actions and decisions, promoting ownership while providing support for development. As a leader, you may establish and ensure that the battle buddy system is in place and functioning. The intent is to create peer accountability, allowing soldiers to hold one another accountable in a constructive manner. 5. Be approachable and available. Make a concerted effort to be present and accessible to all members of your team. A functioning open-door policy enhances trust and facilitates a greater level of communication. 6. Leading with empathy. Leaders who empathize with the challenges their team members face create a supportive climate for mentorship. Through understanding, leaders can effectively guide subordinates through difficulties, which helps demystify human behavior and promotes positive actions as a return on the investment of purposeful relationships. Example: as a leader, you might notice a team member is struggling to meet deadlines due to personal issues. Instead of reprimanding them, you take the time to have a private conversation, asking open-ended questions to understand their situation and help find a solution. 7. Celebrating success. Publicly acknowledging individual and team accomplishments fosters motivation and reinforces mentor-mentee relationships while enhancing overall morale. This recognition builds confidence and commitment to the mission and to the team member personally, reducing the likelihood of disengagement or negative behavior because they have been valued publicly. An example may include recognizing standout performances periodically with informal shout-outs like Best Team Player or Most Improved. Not only recognizes individual and team successes, but also has the potential to strengthen bonds among soldiers, fostering a supportive community and enhancing unit cohesion for future endeavors. In the complex operational landscape of organizational leadership, leaders that focus on balancing their positions of leadership with the people that they lead subsequently create purposeful relationships and an environment that is valued, trusted, and respected by team members. By implementing and practicing the preceding traits or attributes of purposeful relationships, leaders can transform and create adaptive teams that function with greater efficiency and effectiveness because intrinsically they know they are authentically appreciated and valued members of the organization. Purposeful relationship strategies create safety zones where team members are empowered to contribute and innovate without fear, and align seamlessly with strategic mission objectives, making the organization better. In his speech at Trinity College, June 15, 1941 in Hartford, Connecticut, General George C. Marshall stated, "The soldier's heart, the soldier's spirit, the soldier's soul are everything. Unless the soldier's soul sustains him, he cannot be relied on and will fail himself, his commander, and his country in the end." As stated earlier, a portion of General Colin Powell's leadership philosophy declares that leadership is about solving problems. The day soldiers stop bringing you their problems is the day you stopped leading them. They have either lost the confidence that you can help them or have determined that you don't care. Either case is a failure of leadership. A portion of Major General Monty Roan's philosophy of leadership includes the Big Four as foundational for family care and combat readiness in the Big Red One. The Ethnos equation alongside the Big Four has the potential to elevate character development and reinforcement to the forefront of leadership excellence within the division. This approach not only fosters personal growth, but also cultivates a strong leadership foundation that drives positive change, unit readiness, and inspires others. These three senior leaders, General Marshall, General Powell, and Major General Roan, all from different eras of serving in the United States Army, with their distinct leadership philosophies, all exemplified the critical importance of character development for soldiers because character forms the foundation of a valued, trusted, respected, and effective military force. Leaders of character are necessary to win wars in the right way, continuously reinforcing trust with the American people, ensuring readiness in a complex world. Soldiers with strong character traits such as integrity, determination, and courage are less vulnerable to combat stress, perform better, and are more likely to remain in the military, making our Army better and stronger. The 4 chapters of the leader's character, beginning with character and virtue, the foundation of authentic leadership, ideal models and practices of leadership, proven principles of character development, and the other side of failure are all designed to undergird and support character reinforcement for the senior leader, and character development for the new and emerging leader, because character still matters. By focusing on character development and reinforcement via purposeful relationships, the Army creates professionals who can be trusted to make sound moral judgments, even in the most challenging circumstances, thereby maintaining the respect and confidence of both their fellow soldiers and the nation they serve. Every leader, every soldier has a heart, spirit, and soul, which, according to General Marshall's philosophy of leadership, is everything. Purposeful relationships that are valued, trusted, and respected as the first component of the Ethnos equation is another tool in a leader's rucksack that helps to ensure the well-being of today's soldier, socially, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. In conclusion, purposeful relationships, along with the practice of the Big Four, become trustworthy mechanisms for achieving mission-critical outcomes with strategic precision and human-centric excellence that becomes a part of a leader's heritage and legacy in perpetuity. The Ethnos equation, purposeful relationships.